share every day with you. Oh, I have here my cup of tea with some biscuits. Delicious. Today I want to share with you a wonderful movie. But first, I want to read a beautiful letter I have received. Hello Virginia, I am Ladies for Villagano. I just wanted to know I see your program every day, and before entering to the movie stars, I dance a beautiful chamamé dressed like a banana. I'm Ladies. That makes me really happy, you see. Well, thank you for this year's Richard. I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you, Ladies. It's wonderful. Well, let me tell you what the movie is about. It's called The Murders in the Rue Morgue, and it's about two detectives who are trying to solve the crime. A marvelous movie will teach us good values. Shall we see it together? Thank you.
Hey Dubin, look at this. What happened?
everything you know about the day of the crime, please.
Of course, I remember that as soon as the gendarme and the group of people came into the house, they closed the door to keep out the crowd. I think that the three voice was of the Italian, but I'm not sure if it was a man's voice. All I can affirm is that the three boys didn't belong to either of the deceased.
How did he describe those screams?
He said they were awful distressing. He corroborated the previous evidence in every respect except one. His was started street voice. Was thought of a freshman, but the column insists the worst. They were loud in the quick and spoken in fears as well and anger. He said the rough voice said respectively sacred, diable, and nonsense.
I have known about the deceased for 5 years and was there close during this period. The old lady and her daughter appeared to have a good relationship. They were very affectionate to each other.
What can you say about their kind of life?
I really don't know anything about their way of life. I believe Madame Espana took fortune for a living, but she also has some savings.
Did you ever see anyone at the house when you went there to pick up the clothes?
No, I'm pretty sure that they have no servants.
What did the autopsy show, doctor?
There were many bruises and lacerations on the young lady's body. The fact she had been thrust up the chimney probably caused this. There are several deep scratches just below the chin and the series of dark purple spots, which were evidently the marks of fingers. The face was discolored and her eye was protruded. A large braces was discovered in her stomach. In my opinion, Mademoiselle Spanish had been strangled.
And what about Madame L'Espanier?
The body of the mother was terribly mutilated. All of the bones of the right leg and arm were shattered to a great lesser extent. All her body was bruised and discolored. It was not possible to say how the insurers had been inflicting. No woman could have inflicted 2 blows with any weapon. The head of the deceased was separated from the body, and also her ear and her throat had been cut with some very sharp instrument.
What can you tell me about that day?
Well, I arrived at the house about 3 o'clock in the morning and found some 20 or 30 people at the doorway trying to get in. I forced the front door open with a bayonet. I had no difficulty in opening it as it was not better. The scream continued until the door was opened and suddenly stopped. They see me to be the scream of someone in great agony.
And what happened next?
I went up the stairs first, and on reaching the first landing, I heard 2 boys having a long and angry argument. One was a gruff voice, and the other was much shyer. I could distinguish some words coming from the gruff voice, which was that of a Frenchman. I heard the voice sacre and diable. I think the short voice belonged to a foreigner, but I'm not sure if it was the voice of a man or a woman.
I have sent small quantities of tobacco and snuff to Madame L'Espanier for nearly 4 years. She was born in the neighborhood and has always lived there.
What else?
The house was her property, and she and her daughter lived there for 6 years.
Didn't you see them very frequently?
I have only seen daughter 5 or 6 times during the 6 years. They live a very secluded life. People said they had money and also that Madame L'Espanier told fortune.
Have you ever seen anyone going to the house apart from the old lady and her daughter?
I have never seen anyone go into the house except a doctor and delivery boy.
Well, Madame L'Espanier opened an account with his bank 2 years ago and has made frequent deposits in a small sum.
Yeah, what more?
She hasn't written any checks until the 3rd day before her death, when she took out 4,000 francs. Was paid in gold and clear delivery to her house. That's everything I know.
And what happened next?
Of course, on the day in question, accompanied Madame Espagne to her house with the 4,000 francs, which were in 2 bags. When we opened the door, Mademoiselle Espagne appeared and took one of the bags from my hands, while the old lady took the other. Then I left and did not see anybody in the street time.
I heard angry voices. The gruff voice was that of a Frenchman, and I could distinguish several words, but I can't remember all of them right now. I clearly heard the words sacré and mon Dieu. There was some as if several people were strangling. The shrill voice was very loud. I think it was a German voice, but I'm not sure.
What did you see or hear?
I was one of the group who entered the house. I'm English and I lived in Paris for 2 years, and I was one of the first to go up to the stairs.